So good morning, everyone. Today we will be discussing about the topic parabola. Okay, so previous meeting we are done discussing about circles and we already answered a lot of examples or problems related to circles. Today, our focus is all about parabola. And what is a parabola? As stated here, parabola is a set of points in a plane equidistant to a fixed point and a fixed line. The fixed point is called the focus and the fixed line is called the rectrix. So it goes like this. So something like you have, if this is your Cartesian coordinate plane. Say for example, your fixed point, let us say your fixed point is at the origin. And you also have your fixed line. Say, let us assume that your fixed line is somewhere here. Let me change color into blue. Your fixed line is here. Again, for you to create, previously for the circle, for you to create a circle, you only have a fixed point. Right? Previously, no? Ang definition sa circle, you only have a fixed point, then all points equidistant from that fixed point, you collect all of those points, then you can create a circle. Today, for the parabola, it is just a set of points from your plane equidistant from the fixed point and the fixed line. So say for example, so the distance between these two is, say for example, you have a point here. This distance and here should be equal. Okay? And if you get another point, say here, this distance and to the shortest distance to that fixed line is equal. And you collect all of those points. If you collect all of those points, then you can create what we call parabola. Okay? Parabola. So in a parabola, there are terms that you need to remember. First, you should know what is a vertex of the parabola. So this is the vertex of the parabola. Again, this fixed point is called the focus. The fixed line is called directrix. In notation, we use D. This point here is called the vertex of your parabola. Okay? And we also have what we call latus rectum. What is a latus rectum? A latus rectum is somehow like a second line. If you say a second line, a line that connects 2 points from your curve, right? A second line that passes through your focus. And you will be using that also later. Again, that is called the latus rectum, a line that passes through that connects 2 points from your chord but also passes to your focus. It is called the latus rectum. So the very important thing here that you need to remember is for you to know the vertex, the focus, the directrix, and maybe later the latus rectum, especially the length of the latus rectum are denoted by LLR, because you may be using that if you are asked to find the equation of your parabola. Okay? So we have here a theorem. Here below, we have a theorem in theorem 3.1. It stated that an equation of a parabola having its focus at P0 and its directrix at the line x equal to the negative of P is given by this. So it means, kinilang timan-an ninyo, kung ingon ana ang iyang form, your parabola is either opening to the left or opening to the right. But again, ani di sugod sa ta sa pinakasayon nga discussion sa parabola wherein your vertex is at 0, 0. Diyan ang vertex at 0, 0. So if your parabola, if the vertex of your parabola is at 0, 0, say for example, your focus is somewhere here, Your directrix is somewhere here. And this parabola this theorem rather states that if your parabola having a focus at P0, say for example here, this is the point P0, and your directrix is at x equal to negative of this P. Say for example, if this is P, so this line is x equal to the negative of P. And this parabola is either opening to the left, or the other case is this. The other case is this. Pwede ana nga case. This is your vertex. This is your focus here. And this is your directrix. So, it's either your parabola will look like this. This one. It's either opening to the right or opening to the left. And these parabolas are having an equation of the form y squared equal to 4px. Again, if the exponent 2 is in y, your parabola is either opening to the right or opening to the left. Okay? Klaro? Nasabtan? So, naapoy lain nga case. Naapoy lain nga case. Let me clear this one. The other case is still your parabola is still your parabola, the vertex is at the origin. So for example, the vertex is at the origin, but your focus is here and your directrix is somewhere here. Okay? And in this case, your parabola will be opening up. Or the other case is your example, still your vertex is at the origin. Your directrix is here. And your focus is somewhere here. So in this case, your parabola is opening down. Okay? And kini ang timan-an class. If your parabola is either opening up or down, then the equation will not be the same with this. It will be given by x squared equal to 4py. Again, if your parabola is either opening up or down, then the equation of that is x squared is equal to 4py. This equation will work only for parabola having vertex at the origin. Kung dili na gani origin ang vertex, lahi na pod nga equation na atong gamiton. Okay? Ito nang i-discuss unya sunod. Okay. Kanusa mahibawaan that your parabola is opening up or opening down or opening to the right, opening to the left? Remember, katong kaganihan nga akong giingon nga y squared equal to 4px. Remember, this parabola is either opening to the right, opening to the right or opening to the left. Remember? Muna siya na ganina, no? Kini nga parabola is either opening up or opening down. Okay. So when we can say in this equation, when we can say that your parabola is opening to the right or opening to the left? Kasi kabalo, this parabola is opening to the right or is opening to the right if the value of your p, kini nga p dinhi, is greater than 0. Okay? If kaninga p din ha is greater than 0, then that parabola is opening to the right. Clear? But if this p is less than 0, then this parabola is opening to the left. Clear? So sa pikas na nga case, in this parabola, it's either up or down, right? So this parabola is opening up if the value of your P is greater than 0. Kung kini nga P is greater than 0 or positive, then your parabola is opening up. And if your parabola is, if the P here in this form is less than 0, then your parabola is opening down. Clear? Nasabtan sa tanan? Okay, all you have to remember are these two forms. These are called standard form of the equation of the parabola. You remember this standard form. Okay? Sir, so the general form. The general form will be, if you transfer this to the other side, it makes y squared minus 4px equal to 0. This is the general form. And the same here, if you transfer that as x squared minus 4py equal to 0, this is the general form. Okay? This is the standard form. Okay. Let us have one example. Para masabtan sa tanan ha? Atuod before the ana. Let me share one more remark because I think this remark is very useful. This one. Let me share this again. Here. Can you see it now, class? Can you tell me if makita?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have here remark 3.1. As I have said a while ago, it's either you have y equal to 4px or katong isa nga x squared equal to 4py, right? This time atong focus kanisa. Katong it's either opening to the right or opening to the left. Okay. If you have this form, class, the very first thing that you will be looking, if you are given with an equation, then you are asked to determine what is the direction of this parabola. So what you will be doing is you need to determine what is P. So it means if you are given with an equation of your parabola, you should rewrite that into this form. Parehason ani nga form. And if after you determine your P, kung ingon ani gani nga form, class, automatic, the vertex is at the origin, 0, 0. Okay? Again, 0, 0. And then the focus, because you need to determine your vertex, your focus, the axis of the parabola. I will just use this notation as parabola. It's either opening left, right, so as long as this is parabola, then you will be determining what is the direction of your parabola. So automatic, if ingon ana ang form, class, automatic ang vertex is at 0, 0. Okay? Ang focus class is at P0. Kuhaon lang nimo ang value ni P, ibutang din ha, then 0. And this P is either positive or negative. Clear? And the axis of your parabola will be given by, if ingon ani ang form, class ha, ingon ani, if this is the form of the equation of your parabola, then automatically the axis of your parabola is the x-axis. Kasi pasabot ang axis of parabola. So kung inyong parabola is, ingon ani ang forma, it's either opening to the left or right. Ama ng axis anang parabola. The axis of parabola is here, kani. Something like dira nag-mirror ang imong duha ka parabola. This is called the axis of parabola. Or somehow, this is the line that divides your parabola into two equal parts. Okay? So this is called the axis of your parabola. So if this is the form of your equation, automatic, the axis of the parabola is the x-axis. Or as we all know, x-axis is also known as the equation y equal to 0, because the x-axis here, kining x-axis diri class, in all points your y is 0. Okay? And another thing, your parabola is opening up if the value of p is greater than 0. It is opening upward. And if your P is less than 0, then your parabola is opening downward. Paubos. Okay? Nasabtan? Klaro, class? Klaro? Okay, I want to hear from you. Can you unmute your microphone if it is clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yes.
Abtik yun si Jetro mo reply da yun. Okay, let us consider one more remark. Let me stop sharing first. Let me give you the other remark for a while. This one. Okay, the other remark is this. Oops, here. Can you tell me if you can see it? Nakita na? Class, makita na?
Yes, sir.
Makita,
Makita na,
sir.
sir.
Okay. The other remark is this. This remark is for this equation, this x squared equal to 4py. Again, I will repeat. If this is the form, then the vertex of your parabola is at the origin. And then, if, by the way, this parabola is either opening up or down. Okay? Again, your parabola is either opening up or down. Subtime? So, if you can form, if you're given with an equation of your parabola and you can rewrite that into this form, then automatically the vertex is at the 0, 0. Parehara ka ganina. Kasi yung ana nga form, automatic ang ihang vertex is at 0, 0. The next is, the focus will be 0p. As you observe ka ganina, katong y squared, p0. Kung x squared, 0p. Right? And then the axis of your parabola. The axis of the parabola will be given by your y-axis. Or the equation x equal to 0. So something like, if this is the form, your parabola will look like this. It's either opening up or down. See, for example, that is the case, then the axis of your parabola must be this line. Right? This will be the axis of your parabola. Okay? So this is the axis of your parabola if this is the form of your equation. And lastly, if your P is greater than 0, then your parabola is opening. By the way, kaganina, baliktad to, no? Right or left dito kaganina, nabaliktad ko. Can you correct that? This one, this is upward or downward. Sa akong giingon kaganina? Upward or downward, Japon?
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is,
sir.
kakatong
Yes,
kaganina, ha?
sir.
Let me correct. Let me
Nang
correct.
dapat
Wala sa
kuan
akong
siya
wala.
kaning ang
It's already either right
opening
or left. Okay?
to the right and opening to the left.
Yes, it's let me correct it. It should be katong kaganina, ha, katong y squared equal to 4px. Wala sa kung una. It's either opening to the right or opening to the left. It is opening to the right if your p is greater than 0, and it is opening to the left if your p is less than 0. Okay? Let me correct the first one. Clear? Class? Masabtan? Okay. Let us have an example. I have here an example. Say, I will give you this one. Okay. Say, for example, I give you the equation y squared is equal to, say, 32x. Okay. At first, I want you to sketch the graph. Can you give me the sketch of the graph of this parabola? Do you know how to do it? Okay. If you are asked to sketch the parabola, the very first thing that you need to know where is the vertex. You need to know where is the focus as well as the directrix, the axis of the parabola, and lastly, the direction of your parabola. It's either up, down, left, right. Saan siya? Up, down, left, right? Ay, up, down, or left, right?
Left, right.
Left, right,
Left,
sir.
right.
Right. Okay. It's either opening to the left or to the right. Now, before going through that, you need to know what is your P. So this equation, this one, y squared equal to 32x should be written of the form y equal to 4px, right? No? 4px. Di ba? So you should rewrite this into these forms that you will know what is your P. Because that is your objective. You need to know your P. So in this case, this can be written as 4 times sa number? 8, of course. Right?
8, sir.
8. So in this case, you are certain that this is your P. Your P is 8. And that is positive. Right? Kaya positive na, you are now certain that this parabola is opening to the right. Klaro? Okay. Before nato nabalikan. Ato sang i-determine ang vertex. Kasi vertex, ani gani? Kaya ingon ani man nga form, automatic na nga origin. It will be 0, 0. Okay. For your focus class, as given a while ago, your focus here is given by P0. And your P here is 8. So it should be 8, 0. Clear? And then for your directrix, remember directrix is a line. So it should be given by an equation. And as we all know, your directrix here must be given by x equal to the negative of your P. And your P is 8, so it should be negative 8. Right? And for your axis of parabola, since it is in y squared equal to 4px. Kasi giingon ka ganina sa axis ani niya? Ang x axis, right? Or
Yes, sir.
or it is the line y equal to 0. Now, what is the direction of your parabola? Is it opening to the right or opening to the left?
Opening to the right.
Opening to the right,
Opening
sir.
to the right since your
Right.
P is greater than 0. So your parabola is opening to the right. To the right. Okay? Clear? Everyone? So let me sketch now the graph of that equation, that parabola. If we are going to sketch that one, actually, even if you don't have the dysmos, you can sketch the graph. By the way, I am using the word sketch the graph because there might be error in giving the graph of your parabola. So it would be safe to use the word sketch of the graph. So if you're gonna sketch the graph of your parabola, it will look like this. First, your vertex is at 0, 0. Here, right? This is your vertex. Your focus is at 8, 0. 8, 0, say for example here. This is your focus. Okay? Your directrix is x equal to the negative 8. So if this is negative 8, so it must be this line. X equal to the negative 8. By the way, I am using the broken line because this directrix is not included to the set of points that we are referring for in the parabola. So it should be broken. It will be solid if that is included to your solution set. Clear? So, ang timanan class, kini ang timanan para sa yun. Kung asa dapita si focus, didto mo padulong imong parabola. Na kay vertex, na kay focus, didto gyud na mo padulong. Masulod gyud na sa imong parabola. Murag makaon si parabola sa imong makaon si focus sa imong parabola. Clear? And it is also mentioned here that your parabola is opening to the right, so your parabola must look like this. Clear? Nangutan na, sir, kung saan pagkabalo nga open ba kaayo siya or dili kaayo? Okay. Very, nangutan na, wala. Or ako rin nangutan na. You will know how sa tawag sa kabuka ang imong parabola by looking at your length of latus rectum. And your length of latus rectum is given by the absolute value of your 4p. Okay? Absolute value of 4p. Something like the absolute value of this number beside x. And the absolute value of, remember your p is 8, right? And that is just 32. So it's, if that is 32, dapat kini nga point diri, kini og dinha ang distance ana nila 16, right? Kay diri mong pud 16 man pud ni. So that this length of latus rectum must be 32 units apart. Clear? So it means if you want to determine this point must be, your x is 8. So this must be 8. And your y here must be 16. Clear? And this point, your x is also 8, but your y here must be negative 16 if you want to be exact with your parabola. This line here is called your latus rectum. And the length of that latus rectum is 32 units. Clear? Nasabtan? And the equation in blue, kining nasa blue, the equation of that parabola is the y squared equal to 32x. Kana nga parabola is given by this blue. All of the points here are the points of your parabola. Clear? Nasabtan sa tanan? Okay, very good. Question so far? No question? Okay, I will give another example. Okay, wala may pangutana. It means nakasabot na. I will give another example. Say for example, I give you, how about x squared equal, I will give it this way. Plus, say 6, 4y equal to 0. Okay. If you are given with this equation and you are asked, kindly sketch the graph of that parabola. First thing, again, you need to rewrite that in either this form or katong y squared equal to 4py. Tara ng duha nga form, either aning duha. And again, dili yun ni kini kay because the exponent 2 is in x, so it should be this one, right? So if you want this to be of this form, the only way that we can do that is to transfer this to the other side, right? To transfer this to the other side. And to do that, it will be now x squared equal to the negative of your 4y. Now, let me ask you now, what is your p?
Negative 1, sir.
Negative 1.
Negative 1. Very, very good. Because it can be written as x squared equal to 4 py. And this is negative 1. Okay? So it is clear that your p is negative 1. Remember, kung sa gani graph ani is either opening to the opening
Upward, sir.
Upward, downward.
Upward
or
or
down.
downward.
Since this is negative, obviously it is opening
Downward.
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 Very good. It should be a parabola that is opening downward. But let us determine first what is our vertex. Okay, tell me what is our vertex?
0, 0, sir.
Very good. That is
At
0,
0,
0.
at the origin.
How about your focus?
0, negative 1.
0, negative 1.
Negative.
P.
How about your directrix?
Positive.
Positive P. Ay, positive 1.
Kulang. It should be equation of a line.
Y is equals to positive
Y
1.
is equal to the negative of your P, right? Negative of your P. It is given by this, right? Kinadara? The negative of your P. Let me erase it so that you can see it. Okay. Nakita ninyo? Remember, it is given by this one. So it should be Y equal to the negative of your P. But your P is negative 1. So it should be negative 1 here. So obviously, this is Y equal to 1. Clear? So your directrix should be the line Y equal to 1. Now, asa nag-open inyong parabola? Ay, konsata, axis of your parabola. What is the axis of your parabola? Axis?
Y-axis.
Y-axis.
Y-axis. Very good. It is always fixed or x equal to 0. Okay. And the direction of your parabola? Opening to the?
Downward, sir.
Downward.
Opens downward. Ngano ganing downward, class?
Kay P less
Kay
negative
P is
one,
less,
sir.
Because your
P
P
is
is
less than
negative.
0.
Okay, bayahang P, sir.
Let us now sketch the graph. If we will sketch this graph, it will look like this. This is your x-axis. This is your y-axis. Now, first, we will plot our vertex. Asa daw atong vertex? At the origin, no?
Origin, sir.
Origin,
Our
sir. So
focus is at the point 0, negative 1. And 0, negative 1 is somewhere here. Right? This is our vertex. This is our focus. How about our directrix? Directrix is at the line y equal to 1, right?
Yes,
And the
sir.
line y equal to 1 is somewhere here. Agree? Ano? Okay. And then, maka-sketch naman ta. But we need to know first, if we want to be precise with our parabola, we should know what is the length of our latus rectum. Right? Unsa gani formula sa length of latus rectum, class?
Absolute value of
Absolute
4.
value of 4P.
4P. Your P is negative 1, right? So it will be absolute value of negative 4. And we know that the absolute value of negative 4 is positive 4, right? So, it must be divided into 2. Na 2 padulong dito, na 2 padulong dito, right? So if you're gonna determine that point, it should be 1 to somewhere here. Your parabola will pass to that point. 1 to it will also pass to that point. Okay? Claro? So your parabola must look like this. It's a parabola opening down. Right? Sabtan? Because this is your latus rectum, this line here. Let me write yellow. Use yellow. This line is your latus rectum. And the length of that latus rectum is 4. Okay. Before going through that, let me ask you, what is this point? Kasi makadetermine ani nga point. Gidaw? Unsa na nga point? Kung kani 0, 0, what is this point? By the way, this point is 0, negative 1. Again, Francine.
Ang point na kay 2 and positive or negative 1.
Kani sa kani. 2, sakto to.
2 and 4, sir.
2 and negative 1.
Negative 1, very
Negative 1,
good.
sir.
2, negative
Ay,
1.
pwede po, sir, kanang 1, sir. Positive or negative 2 and negative 1, sir.
Di, ang negative 2 dadri. Diba?
Yes, sir.
Ang positive diri. So this one should be the point. This point is, your x here is negative 2, right? Nakita ninyo? Your x here is negative 2 and your y is negative 1. Clear? Mato yung ni Jetro nga, positive or negative 2, then negative 1. These are the endpoints of your latus rectum. Sabtan? And if you want to find the distance between these 2 points, it should be equal to 4. Clear? It should be equal to this. Clear, class? Uy, clear ba?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
clear, sir.
And the
Yes.
equation, this blue, in blue, that is the graph of this equation. Let me write it. In blue, kaning nasa blue, that is the graph of x squared plus 4y equal to 0. Clear? Any questions? None? No questions? Uy, wala ba'y pangutana? Or I will give you the other one. Wala pangutana? Oh, sige, kanik. Wala pangutana. Ako yung muhatag. I prepare here this problem. How about I will give you this one? 2y squared equal to 3x. Okay. I want you to work. I want you to help me on how to solve this one. Una, usa nga form ang atong gamiton? Katong x squared for y squared? Or x squared for py rather? Or katong y squared equal to 4px?
Y squared equal to 4px, sir.
Ano man? Ready?
Kay ang y man, sir, o ang variable, sir. Y
Very
man.
good. Mo na exponent nga 2. Very good, Jessa. Because naa sa y ang exponent nga 2. So kani nga equation parehason nimo ato nga form. Right? Ang pangutana unsaon? How?
Divide both sides by 2, sir.
Very good. Very good. That's a good start. Ano man, anong i-divide man nimo 2?
Para
may mong
Y squared
para
na.
cancel lang.
Very good.
Cancel ang
Because
two sa
you want
y
only y squared here. So divide both sides
Yes,
by
sir.
2. So it will be now y squared equal to 3 over 2x. Kapit na. So very good. Correct na ang una. What's next? It should be y squared equal to 4px. Unya wala sa man na pag 4 karon. Okay, ako sugdan ha para makita ninyo. I will make it y squared equal to 4 blank x. See to it, if you multiply 4 and that number, it should be equal to 3 halves. The question is, what is that number? Listen.
3 over 8, sir.
Very good. Kasi the answer, see?
Kapangpangan, sir.
Kapangpangan. How did you get it, kapangpangan? Very good. That's correct.
Akong i-divide ang 3 over 2 o 4, sir. Dayan, mo rin ang answer, sir. 3 over 8.
Good idea. Very good. Kaya nag-multiply man kag 4 din ha, mag-divide kag 4 ani. Kuha ninyo? So it means, ang 3 halves, kung dividean nimo nag 4, may mo ni siyang 8. Kuha ninyo, kaya nag-multiply man kadira, kung imo nang i-simplify, may mo man ng 3 halves. Masabtan? Okay? Mura naman ko nagingon ani class o. Na kay 3 halves. Imo rang gibutangan dira og 4. Sa kaha akong himuon nga nagbutang man kog 4 dira so nakoy 3 halves. So dividean po nimo diri og 4. Kung imo nang i-rewrite mahimo mo ng 4 times 3 over 8. Ana man na siya mo ng 3 over 8. Okay? Nasabtan? Okay na? So, obviously, what is our P? Sa atong P?
3 over 8, sir.
3 over 8. Positive or negative?
Positive. Positive,
It's
sir.
positive. So in this case, your P is 3 over 8. Okay? Claro? Okay, now, what is your vertex? Or where is your vertex rather?
Origin, sir. 0, 0.
At the
sir.
origin.
0.
Automatic na sa inyo naning form. Origin. How about your focus? Kay y squared ba na?
3 over 8 over 3 over 8, 0, sir.
Very
8
good. 3 over 8, 0. The 3 over 8 is coming from your P. And this 0 is fixed of this form, right? Next, what is the axis of your parabola? Axis.
X-axis, sir.
Very
Y
good. The
axis, sir.
x-axis or the y equal to 0. Isa pa? Sa pa natag?
Directrix, sir. Wala.
The directrix. Very good. Where is our directrix? What is the equation of your directrix? It should be
Absolute.
Negative 3 over 8.
it should be
X
x.
is
It should be
X
x.
is equal-
It's either x
X
or y,
equals
di ba?
X,
Yung y squared man, so it should be x. X equal to the negative of your p, right? And your p is 3 over 8, it should be negative 3 over 8. And what is the direction of your parabola? Is it left or right,
Upward,
Raman
sir.
ito?
Yes, sir.
Left or right, Rani, di ba?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Left or right na, sir.
Left or
Ayun,
right?
sir.
Di ba?
Left.
It
Yeah.
should be left or right.
Sir, na ako'y question, sir.
Yes, yes.
Kana imong gibutang sa axis of kwan, sir, baka nang naay upward bitong kwan, sir.
Parabola kini.
O kana, sir.
Ano man? Ano may concern? Say pangutana Jessa.
Aywa.
Ay, ikaw-
Nagbibig ko sa kanang upward,
Never
sir.
mind this one, ha? Bahalag opening left or right na sa inana akong notation parabola na sa in all the time. Okay ha, never
Okay,
mind.
sir.
Gusto nimo ipaana pod. Pwede ra pod. Sa notation lang nato ba? Para dali ra isulat nga tapulan mo guning mga math teachers class. Gusto ra ganahan og sayon dito sa sulat ba kanang instead of writing parabola, I will just write this one. Okay? Never mind the direction, ha? Good observation, Jessa. But I will just use this as parabola. Okay? Okay na?
Okay
na?
na, sir.
Okay, let's continue. So, what is the direction of your parabola? Is it left or right?
Right, sir.
Left, sir.
Opening to the
Right.
Right, sir.
Right. Right.
left. Na mention ganina left. Na pinag-mention ganina right. Kasi sakto. Si Paminaw.
Right, sir. Right.
Anong right?
Right.
Anong right tuod? Anong right man?
Ang P siya, ang values ng P.
Sa
Okay,
inyong
0
P.
point.
O sa inyong P?
Greater than 0 man, sir.
Is it
Greater than
positive or
zero.
negative?
Over 8 man,
Positive,
sir.
right? Shent, no? So it is
Yes,
greater
sir.
than 0, so it should be positive. It should be opening to the right. Clear? Ningon, man naingon nga greater than 1 or less than 1. Ningon man 0. Right? Kung positive gani or greater than 0, opening to the right. But if negative gani, opening to the left. Clear? So if we sketch now the graph of that equation, it must be something like this. If we sketch that one, asa iyang vertex? 0, 0, no? Focus, 3 over 8, 0. Amo na dapita, class. Somewhere here. Tato, 3 over 8 ni. No? That is your focus. This is your vertex. Your directrix must be somewhere here. This line. X equal to the negative of 3 over 8. And then, how about your length of latus rectum? So, ganit, length of latus rectum, class?
Correct.
Absolute value of 4.
Absolute value
Okay,
of
absolute
4.
value of 4p. What is your p again?
3 over 8. 3 over 8, sir.
That is 3
over
Sir,
over 8.
negative, sir.
So in that case, it should be absolute value of 3 halves, right? Actually, class, the length of the latus rectum is the absolute value of the number beside x. Okay? So in this case, that is just equal to 3 halves. So unsa ka ng 3 halves? 3 halves is 1.5, right? No? 1.5. So, kung 1.5, pilang may half sa 1.5 class? 0.75? Okay, 0.75. So, if you will do that, it must be somewhere here and somewhere here, probably, right? No? Claro? So, if you will sketch the graph, it must look like this. Now, let me ask you, class, what is this point? Saan nga point? Gidabi? Paklisan tamo ana para maanad mo. What is this point? Sa yung x.
Endpoint, sir. Ay, ang number.
Ang sa yung coordinates. Kung sa yung x, pareha ni f. No? Kung sa x ni f.
3/8, sir.
3 over 8. Very good. 3 over 8. Kung sa yung y, sige yung tugon na. 0.75.
0.75, sir.
Right?
0.75,
Ilan mo ng
sir. Yes, sir.
0.75? 3/4? No? Half of 1/2 is 3/4. 3 halves, rather. 3 halves is 3/4. Oh, so you have your 3/4. Kani, saan nga point? Ang iyang x is the same diri. This is also 3 over 8. Kani, parihara man na sila, pero ang sign ray different. So, negative
3.
Negative 3/4, sir.
Okay? Actually, ato lang nang gibutang para maanad mo nga unsaon pag-determine sa endpoint sa inyong lattice rectum. But actually, pwede naman na wala unta as long as you can sketch this. Question? Any question? Wala? May pangutana? Nagsugod na ang kanindot sa kuano sa Precalculus. No, adi pa na sayon pa man oy. Napay daghan nga mga nindot nga mga problems later. Okay? Okay, I will give you one example here. I think I have one example. This one. Okay, kindly take note. Kindly take note. Ako lang basahon na kay wala ko na picturean. This is the problem. This time, I will be giving baliktad ni karon kaganina tagaag equation. Example, y squared equal to 4px. Ihatag na. Then i-sketch ninyo. Karon baliktad. I will give some parts of your parabola. Part of your parabola. Then you will be looking for the equation. Okay? Baliktad. Okay, this will be the problem. Can I take note? Find the equation of the parabola with focus at 0, 4. The focus, let me erase everything. The given is the focus at 0, 4. Again, I will repeat. Find the equation of the parabola with focus at 0, 4 and directrix at y equal to negative 4. Kaya? So the equation ana nga parabola. Kaya dili? Kaya tingali na oy. No? Kaya ba? Saan ka na class? Tabangi daw ko ninyo. Saan na? Ato i-sketch para makita ninyo. Okay. Ang best first step for you to do it is to sketch it first. Okay, ato i-sketch. Okay. Kaya ni try annotating daw kinsay maka-sketch asa ang 04. Pwede mo tayong maka-annotate? I will allow you to annotate ha. Manawag kong pangalan kung okay. I think you can annotate. Can you try daw ninyo annotate, B? Okay, manawag ko ha. Nga mo sketch sa focus. Can I ask Nia Claire, can you sketch your focus? Asang focus mabilong? Nia Claire. Can you use the red one? Ani nga color? Red. Ibutang diri asa arbitang focus. Ginya clear. Okay, good. Asa ang focus niya clear? It is given by 0, 4, right? Okay. Do you agree with niya clear? Sakto? So, we assume that this is 4, right? Anyway, sketch naman na. So, this one is your focus. Okay. Now, asa inyong directrix? Directrix is a line, right? It should be tong dotted line. Ikanay as Desrime de Lorino. Kindly sketch your directrix. Desri. Can you try to press the annotate button Nestri? Can you annotate sa upper per center portion? Nesri? Kaya?
Ay, sorry sir, wala na mute.
Oh, sige, go. Good. Sige, bala yun. Very good.
Sorry sir.
Situate ha nga, distance nila equal. Ang medyo taas sa gamay, no? Ato lang ng pasayloon. But situate nga, distance nila parehas. Okay, okay na. That will do. That will do.
Okay na sir.
Ay, sige, usbonin mo. Sige, go. Sige. Si Desri? Is Desri na pa? Nawala si Desri? Oh, natin. Good. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Desri. So it should be aligned. So it should be having an arrow here. Right? Very good. Very good. So, obviously, mangita kong lain. Asa kinsay makabutang asa inyong vertex? Kan ay as Sakura, Saiso. Kindly plot the vertex of your parabola here.
Sir, asa to? Wala rin ko ba, sir, asa tong work sulat-sulat?
Sulat-sulat. Ikaw sa babaw. I-drag
Sa
imo ang
babaw.
mouse sa babaw. Then tanawa tong naay mo rag pen nga sign. Ana nga sign. Pen. So kung may drawing. Ana. Kana then naibutang dala nga annotate. Ituplo ka na. Then tuplo ka ditong draw.
Kubol.
O na. This is Cassandra. Ikaw na lang, Cassandra. Cassandra. Ano si Cassandra? Nung wala. Cassandra? Kindly.
Sir, karon pa ako kasulod, sir.
Ay, karon pa kakasulod. O, any
Sir,
volunteer?
klase mo.
Any volunteer? Kilmer. Sige, Kilmer. Nagduduwas, Kilmer. Sige, Kilmer. Asa inyong vertex, Kilmer? Very good. This is your vertex. Kanong makabalubang tanga dira ang vertex? Anyone? Kindly unmute your microphone. How will we know that this is the vertex? No, dili dinhi didto.
Kay mama na ang center sir.
Mo man ang tunga-tunga ni focus o ni directrix, di ba? Bear in mind that focus and vertex should be collinear. Kung kag-collinear, lying in the same line. Okay? Now, let me ask you, what is the axis of your parabola? What line is the axis of your parabola?
Y axis, sir. X
The
equal to 0.
y-axis. X equal to 0. Very good. This one. This is the axis of your parabola. And when your parabola is opening to the
Upward, sir.
Upward.
upward, very good.
Upwards.
It must be opening up, right? Okay. It's opening up. The question is, unsa nga form ang gamiton? Is it x squared equal to 4px or y squared equal to 4py?
Y squared equal to 4py, sir.
Y squared 4px day. Why this one? This is y, no? Baliktad na sa ni. It should be lang for a while. This should be y. Nganong kini man? Why we need to use this one? Ay, no. Dili ka na. The other one. Anong kanimang isa? Anong x squared man?
Ay, since ang focus
Kaya
sir
ang
kay
x-squared, sir.
0, 4 man ang focus sir. Like naman sa y, sa y ang PK.
And aside from that, kung kini nga equation, di ba? It's either up or down. Right? No?
Yes sir.
Kung kani nga equation, up or down. Kay up man, nakita man nato nga opening up, so kani jud ang gamiton, dili jud kini. Right? Now, the question is, what is your P?
4 sir.
4. How did you know that your P is 4?
Tawad sa focus sa directrix sir.
Yes, gingon man kagadinan, di ba? Your focus is 0P, P, and your P is 4. Right? Okay. So, makuha na nato ang equation karon. We will be using this one. We already know our P. Kinahanglan naman nato diri class ang P. So, it will be, you need to know unsa ang form ug unsa ang value ni P. Since your P is 4, so it will be 4 times y. Or it will be x squared equal to 16y. Right? If you want to give the general form, it will be x squared minus 16y equal to 0. Question? Question? Any questions, class? Ulit pangutana? Okay. Katulang sa tingali. No? I think we already, I think that would be good for that topic.